All right, good morning. So today is going to be another one of those review lessons, right? So we spent a couple days on two-step equations, and then we said let's step back and kind of review everything we've learned. We did a day on lessons involving like terms, so I think it's good to kind of take a step back before we just kind of run and jump into distributive property and then jump into variables on both sides. I think it's going to be helpful for us to kind of take a step back and take another day to practice, really let it sink in, see some of the other nuances that maybe we didn't see with the last lesson. And then if we're still not ready, if we still have some questions, and like I said, we always talk about those comments that you guys post on Google Classroom, and you've been pretty good about posting things when we have questions. We could spend another day, or we can do an extension on it with fractions or something like that. But I'm hoping after today that we really reinforce the concept of equations with like terms, and we're ready to move on with our next lesson. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our little barrier here. So on the left side, I see I have like terms of positive 7x and positive x. And positive x, of course, is positive 1x. So make sure when we combine that, we have negative 6x. And now I add negative 12, and I add negative 8, which should give me negative 20. Bring down my equal sign, 28. So I'm going to add 20 on both sides. Okay, that's going to give me negative 6x is equal to 48. I'll rewrite that. I'll divide both sides by negative 6. It's going to give me x is equal to negative 8. All right, let's take a look at the check for that equation. So I'll put it down here. So we know we're going to rewrite our original equation. We know we're going to substitute using parentheses, so we think our solution is negative 8. So I'm going to replace x with negative 8 in parentheses, and everything else is going to come down literally exactly as is. So I've got negative 7 times negative 8 is positive 56, minus 12, plus negative 8, minus 8, equals 28. 56 minus 28 is 44. 44 plus negative 8 is 36. 36 minus 8 is 28. Now for those of us, and I know with some of the homework, a lot of you guys did this step by step. That's perfect. Okay, now what I said was, just to be consistent, when I did order of operations, I said once you get down to just the addition and subtraction, I'm fine with you doing it left to right. We can't start picking and choosing and say, I'm going to do negative 12 plus negative 8 and then minus 8 and then do the minus from the 56. So if you want to do it in one step, so like 56 minus 12 is 44, bring everything down and then do it, that for a lot of us, that's probably going to be better. But again, for me, I'm fine with you, especially with the calculators, doing the addition and subtraction from left to right. All right, so for the second one, again, I'm going to put up my little barrier here. So I have like terms of 19 and negative 5. Guys, make sure we are not, and I probably didn't say this enough with the other lesson, I don't know if I said it at all, combining terms from the other side. Okay? So yeah, negative 14 is a like term, but it is on the other side of my barrier, and we don't jump across and just grab some terms. So this should give me 14. Right? 19 plus negative 5 is 14. Where do I see like terms over here? Well, I've got 4x and negative 11x, right? And that's going to give me negative 7x. And then my negative 14 comes down. So I'm going to add 14 on both sides. All right, so that's going to give me negative 7x is equal to 28. I prefer to rewrite my one-step equations. Divide both sides by negative 7. And that gives me x equals negative 4. All right, so now we spent a day and another about 4.5 minutes talking about equations with like terms. So now we're going to do some more practice. All right, so a lot of us had problems with the previous homework. Not major problems for the most part, but there were issues with, like I was just talking about, combining terms from the other side, and not using 1 if there was x, for 1x, or negative x for, negative 1 for negative 1x. So it's good to, again, take a step back and practice a little bit more. Also, guys, it is possible for a solution to be 0, okay? So if you do end up with something, and I'm not going to tell you which one, but I will tell you one of these has a solution of 0. So if I'm solving an equation, okay, and I get 6x is equal to 0, I can divide both sides by 6, and that would give me x is equal to 0. Okay, so just understand that it's okay for a solution to be 0. All right, so in other words, well, I don't want to give too much away, but just understand that one of these solutions will be 0, and you can check it, right? It's not a problem to go back and check an equation with the solution of 0. So for example, let's say we had 6x plus 5 equals 5. I would add negative 5 on both sides, and that would give me 6x is 0. And if I go back and check, 6 times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 5 is 5. So it is possible, guys, to have a solution with the answer, or an equation with the solution of 0, and you will see that with one of these questions, so just understand that. And again, guys, as always, questions, comments, concerns, we talk about it on Google Classroom.